And Lord Machiavelli production. Brotorius M.A.D. Lil Chad and Slender Dad vibing straight bustin' no cap. Friday night screen lit fame hitting all lap. Culture thick, no yeet from the trap. YouTube grind, minds locked in, so we adapt. Brahma bull cackling loud, bourbon on the rocks. Scheming like the goat, comedy unlocks. Mad shit smoke, cold as ice, won't fold. YouTube legend verdicts drip sharp like a judge's code. Brr skirt skirt that, brr skirt tat that. Brrrrat. Ascending crew, let's get it. Stack them racks, laughs hit diffy. Dumb fates can't match these facts. Popcorn, poppin' chill vibes, brew sippin' slow. Prime time screens live, we slap, we glow. Now that we're pulling up clean, double the cup of the lean. Shit supreme from the H to the Bay. Third ward holding it down. Crew lights the fuse, blazing wild, no snooze. Voices boom loud, screens pop and set the cruise. Grind levels up, shine hits, claim that juice. Rise quick, savage laughter high, can't lose. Put a skirt that. Put a skirt tat that. Brrrlat. We here to break the mold, eat the basic behind. With tales that slap and laughter intertwined. A quest to marvel where drip defies. In this lit realm, only passion flies. Brrr, skirt skirt that. Put a skirt tat that. Brrrlat. Ascending squad goes hard, blazing trails we pursue. Laughs hit like heat, dumb vibes getting cooked anew. Popcorn lit, locking tight, roll swift, no lack. Prime stream zooms, global brr tat, we stack. Skirt skirt that, brr skirt tat that. OM's here, yo.
He is, because it's a Friday. He's not being made to work, by the way.
Well, it's also because I took a vacation day.
Well, that's even better. Thank you for
What?
doing that.
The man lets you have vacations?
Do we need to bring up what you're doing?
Hmm?
Do I need to bring up what you're doing every Friday this until the end of the year, Slender?
Yeah, I'm not working.
Yeah.
I had a lot of PTO on the books.
That's kind of where I didn't have a lot, but I had some I had to get rid of.
I work every day.
I don't work for the man, though.
That's right.
Well,
Brahma.
I guess I kind of work for the
Brahma
man.
is effectively self-employed, so he PT.
Brahma is the man.
Yeah, and my employee is my wife, so...
Now, get him out of here. We don't want no man in here.
It's all right.
We don't want no man in here.
Like, as in the man. As
That
the
implies a
person
lot
keeping
about
us
you
down.
guys.
Yeah, that sounds pretty misandrous now that I think about it, huh?
Among other things, but we don't need to go there.
That's for the Sunday show. The bullpen or the mad pen, depending upon who you ask.
Well, everybody versus one person.
All right. Well, if that person's not here and didn't respond.
That's usually how that argument goes, Brahma.
Yep.
So real quick, let's see. We got Josh Hammond, who was first. Smokey going sup. Got Bad Take Bojan. Good evening, friends. FKHC. Davina. Let's talking about watching a vampire movie. Sundown, the Vampire in Retreat. It's a cult movie. I'm sure that means there's boobs in it. If it's a cult movie from 1989.
From the 80s?
Yep. Copied Kitty. Evening all. Eric
Listen,
Myers
okay, in the 80s we had way better checklists that had to be met for movies.
Oh, Eric noticed the profile picture. Nice, there you go.
I've had this one for a little while now.
It kind of reminds me of the Joker from the Batman the Animated Series.
Little
when he
bit.
would wear the hat.
Honestly, if you recall the previous one without the cigar and the fedora, we were doing, what was it, a speakeasy? We did a speakeasy, and I was just like, well, I mean, if it's a speakeasy, fedora and cigar. So I had Grok add a fedora and a cigar, and this is what I got.
Well, there you go. All right.
I hate that YouTube has gone back to the @ thing in chat,
What is that? What are we talking about?
Oh, yeah.
where it's not your chosen name, it's your actual,
It's your @ handle.
like, yeah. Like some
we
people
get
have
it.
weird numbers now and all that kind of stuff.
That's so stupid.
The weird numbers have been a thing for a while, because, like, I'm
they
supposed
had
to be
gotten rid of
Slender
it.
Dad, but it my @handle has always been SlenderDad6190, I think. I didn't add that number. It just made that number up.
Probably because you were the 6,190th Slender Dad.
Probably. I mean, with the millions upon millions of people.
Easy there, Dwayne Johnson.
I'm one of one. It doesn't have a number behind my name.
And yet you're like the 5th or 6th hit if I Google you.
Yeah.
Tells
But I'm
me all
the one
about
that has
Brahma
it claimed.
Bulls.
Fascinating creatures.
Fascinating creatures. All right. So
There is
Thankfully,
only
there's
one
only
bad
one
take,
bad
Bojan.
take.
Yep.
And
be
yet her
surprised.
@ is Tina Bojan.
You'd be surprised how many freaking Imperiuses there are. It kind of pisses me off, actually.
really?
Yeah.
They're taking.
I'm like, who else is using the goddamn name?
I'm still Brahmatar.
What are we
so
talking
it's
about
kinda-
tonight?
Yeah, it's a light week. We're just gonna got a
Yeah, there
few
wasn't a lot of
topics.
news.
I do have something funny that I've been watching that I find super entertaining, and I'm gonna share it because I want to see what this is. What I would say is the appropriate use of AI. So here we go. Check this out. Let's get it on the screen.
From the moment they hatch, Squirtle face their first great trial, survival. Tiny
made,
and
like,
vulnerable, the
Pokemon
newborns
nature
must
videos.
cross the open beach, searching for shelter, while evading the watchful eyes of predators. A kingler
They even
spots
got the
group.
David Attenborough
Its massive
voice.
claws close in. Shells, this young, cannot withstand such force. Not all will survive today. But fortune intervenes. A Staraptor swoops down, seizing the predator in an instant, and Squirtle live to see another day.
I mean,
Not with the way Nintendo's treating the franchise.
I just found it. I was like, this is fun AI use.
No, this is Nightmare Fuel. Those things look
Nightmare
long.
Fuel.
Their power
Squirtles.
lies in family. Side by side, they defend themselves, driving back attackers with a barrage of water. And then, the first Squirtle evolves. With War Turtle at the lead, Phase 2 begins.
Turtle.
The great
Phase 2.
migration across the ocean.
No, I wouldn't say. I like it. It's nature, especially.
Okay.
Nothing, not. Oh, come on, that's what AI.
You
should
have
be
a
doing.
weird fascination with creepy AI.
A little bit.
As opposed to creepy AI, this is one I saw that made me think of Brahma. Here you go. The girl sees she's on the camera. What does she do?
Chug.
Oh no! Finish! Go! No!
Is this the one where they keep putting the camera on her over and
Yeah.
over and over in the game?
Yeah, look. So they, they do that. Look, she's
The
like,
lighter part of this afternoon.
they cut back to her, and
There
she's
she is.
like, here you
She
go,
needs to be proud of herself.
still on camera. Am I?
Unbelievable kickers.
Takes
Well,
the
I
cup
need a
from
beer
another
then.
friend.
No! She's on the move. Hey!
They went back to her another 2 or 3 times during the game.
Dude, peer pressure's a hell of a thing.
The caption was, and that kid's is How I Met Your Mother.
Yeah. No, my situation works perfectly. My wife doesn't drink at all, so I always have a DD. Josh is correct.
Don't we all, though?
Now, here's one that I saw that made me think this is exactly in my age range for this post.
Starter jacket.
There's the particular generation of man that sees this and covets it still to this day, despite not even being a Hornets fan. I was like, I remember those jackets. And I remember thinking, they looked cool, man. I like those jackets. The
Must be
two-tone.
like a sports ball thing.
You don't remember? I mean, even if you didn't like it, you didn't see people wearing these Charlotte Hornets jackets in the 90s.
Dude, my hometown was a population 3,500. My graduating class was 60-something people. Like,
So
I
you
don't
could have
remember
been the
anyone
cool-
wearing these jackets.
So you had a chance to be the cool kid if you had just had this jacket.
Okay. Everybody was either wearing Bears or Packers paraphernalia.
Which is weird since the Bulls were the best team by far.
I don't disagree.
I would have thought that everybody would have been rocking.
I mean,
the
I had a
Bulls
pair of
gear.
Jordans.
I had a pair of Rodmans.
Now that's
You're
just
the-
weird.
That's gay. Gay. It's like, who do I want to have the shoes of? The Worm, Dennis Rodman.
Yeah.
And Josh, that's what I was anticipating for Chad's expected use of AI. I guess because I think it's like that's what you should do. You should do something fun and whimsical that isn't like just trying. I mean, not in the bullpen. We can talk about how they're using it for political ads in New York City, but I'm not talking about that here. I think AI should be at this point used for some goofy stuff like that. That's my thought.
Yeah, but Eric also expected when you said that it reminded you of Brahma that the second one was just going to be nudity.
I mean, usually there's bigger breasts when it's one for Brahma, but
Usually when big boobs come on the screen, I'm reminded of my buddy Brahma.
because that's you're obsessed with. So
When?
so I know that we don't usually talk sports ball, but I'm going to show you a clip, and I'm going to tell you the scenario. Slender, they arrested this week a whole bunch of former players for
Okay.
throwing
And a
games.
current coach.
And a current coach. They were point shaving. They were doing like if they were the mob. Like got
This
them
is
into
extremely
gambling.
illegal, correct?
Yes,
Yes,
That's
they
why the
arrested
FBI
them
was-
and they arrested a bunch of mob members.
Yeah, yeah, and there's probably more to come. But I'm going to show you highlights of one of the players that was arrested. It's the guy who has the ball in his hand right now. And tell me if you think it's that he's got an argument against throwing the game, right?
Okay.
And point shaving. So here you go. Oopsie. Well, look at that. Here he comes again. This is him with the ball. And
The fuck?
oh. Here he is again.
Yep.
Oops. This is one of the games where they had evidence that he was shaving points to make sure that they didn't hit the spread. Now, to your untrained, not sports fan eye, would you say that maybe there's a couple things suspicious in the way he's playing?
Yeah,
I
it looks
mean-
like the WNBA.
Yeah. And is this pro?
Yes,
Yeah.
this is the NBA.
This is the no,
Yeah.
it's not.
Yes.
Yeah. If you're really that bad, there's no way you're on an NBA team.
He's not that bad. That's the thing.
Yeah, that's the
That's
thing.
the whole point.
Yeah.
Yep.
So Eric says, I'm legit mad at how many journalists are screwing up the sports betting angle of this. I don't know. I mean, they're going. I mean, Stephen A. Smith tried to say that it was Trump just going after sports because he didn't. You know, I was like, that's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. Like,
He owns arenas that have sports in them. He had the first UFC pay-per-view.
I was gonna say he definitely likes
He's fine
UFC.
with sports.
But
He's
this is
shown up
why-
at most major, most of the big four. He's shown up to at least one game of theirs as a president, and college games.
But this is a big problem for all of sports right now. Like this play, this was the second play you see where he just like is like, I'm gonna just give it right to that guy.
Yeah,
You see, it's so obvious. Like
limp-wristed bounce pass.
Yep. Sports right now is being sponsored everywhere by DraftKings, by BetMGM, by all this. It is ridiculous to think there's not an easy incentive to fix games, to point shave, to do stupid things.
Listen,
whether
one
it's
way or another,
referees.
the house always wins.
So Eric is coming from the angle that legalized sports betting is actually making it more obvious and catching crime that's always been happening. Yes, like you can go back to the Black Sox in the late teens, 19 teens,
Shoeless Joe.
when they threw the World Series for money because they were completely underpaid at the time.
And then they had to go play with Kevin Costner.
Yep. So yeah, and the mob is still knee deep in it because if anything, it actually makes it easier.
And Chad would know.
It makes it easier to now wash your money. You don't have to like try to find like you can run a sports book instead of having to like keep it underground and worry about like collecting. It's all just legal. You're just washing the money. You don't even there's no issue. You can just win. You can use your insider information and win. As a result of this, there was some footage they had of a player. It was a football player going right to a sports book, and like you can see it on the video and hear it on the audio. He's placing bets on his own games. It's like Jesus. This professional sports,
Especially with like prop bets.
Yeah, like
I mean, like
first
who's going to
touchdown.
win the jump ball at the beginning of the game? I mean, the guy who's doing the jump ball, all he has to do is bet it's not going to be me, and then not have a very big effort at it. Or just tell some of your friends, yeah, I'm probably going to not get the ball at the tip-off tonight.
It's just a ridiculous situation. You can't. It's going to be a big cultural thing for the United States. You're incentivizing it so much. This stuff is just going to keep blowing up, and it's going to keep causing problems.
Well, it's a much bigger issue than the roids.
Yeah, I mean, exactly. I would say that if you're like Major League Baseball already has the cardinal sin in Major League Baseball is sports gambling. If you get caught gambling on baseball, you're supposed to be perma-banned from everything based. That's what Pete Rose got, right?
Yeah.
That's probably the guy people are most familiar. They caught Pete Rose as a manager gambling
Betting on other teams in the league,
other
not on
teams'
his
games,
team.
and they brought the guillotine down. He wasn't allowed in the Hall of Fame as a player. He's probably the most successful hitter of all time in Major League Baseball. And he's not in the Hall of Fame because he was banned for what he did after. So,
Well, I think now that he's dead, didn't they announce that he can go in now?
no, they still haven't let him in. Nope, they are.
But I thought they
good.
announced that he could. I thought they lifted the ban on both the Black Sox and on him just in the last year since his death. Doesn't mean he's been voted in. It means he's no longer banned.
I'll have to double check.
I may be wrong.
Is he's still not allowed in. But I mean, so it's gonna be. It's just if you like sports, it taints everything you see now. Because even if it's not happening, you worry that it's so obvious that it could be happening. You're just again, it taints it, and it's that perception that is gonna destroy the integrity of the game. But it's all right. They'll have to figure out one way or the other. I know this is sports ball, but it was more the cultural impact of the gambling, because I think gambling it's starting to creep into so much. Like if you look at television, the ads, all you're seeing are ads for pharmaceuticals and gambling. Pharmaceuticals and gambling. If it's an election season, election ad, pharmaceutical ad, gambling ad, repeat. And
So
the
yeah,
election,
they did lift the ban, but he's not eligible until 2027 because it's like you're allowed like there's the guys who have recently retired, and then there's the historical guys. So they only allow certain from different eras.
Well,
so he's not
yes.
eligible until December 2027 to be voted upon.
If you don't get in, so when you retire as a player, you have a window. I believe it's like 15, 20 years
Right.
after you retire to get in as from the vote by
From
the
the current era.
writers. And if you miss that window, you have to wait until you're eligible for what's called the Veterans Committee, where it's
Yeah.
guys who will look at you, and then you only get a certain window of time for that to be able to put you in.
Which I'd be probably 70% that he would get in on the first year of eligibility for that, the veterans thing.
Depends. I don't know. It depends on what comes out about Otani, their new golden boy over in LA, who said that his interpreter
His interpreter bets.
managed to bet $40 million of his own of Otani's money, and Otani had no idea. Slender, would you miss $40 million? I would.
Slender's BRB'd
Oh, is he?
because we're talking sports.
Got it. All right. Well, this is because RNG gotcha mobile games. It does come into sports. Esports is they gamble on esports now. You know, I don't not a fan of the gambling on esports, but it's happening. You can bet on fucking StarCraft tournaments if you want to like.
Yeah, that's a safe bet. Just bet on the Korean.
Again,
What if it's two
easily
Koreans
thrown,
playing?
though.
Yeah. How do you? Yeah, I mean, especially like with a first-person shooter, I think it would probably be easier to throw a game less obviously than it would. You know, like what we saw there in those clips where he was just heaving the ball right to the other team. Because in a first-person shooter, like you're talking about microseconds of like action to be
Just a non-reaction.
to go from winning a firefight to dying in one. You could easily just say I was having an off day and you'd be able to throw matches.
And I know in some esports they're making a lot of money, but how easy would it be to just place a gigantic bet on yourself not to win?
Well, that's what I mean,
mean,
that you could.
Yeah,
You
you could make
uh,
more money than what you're getting paid to play the esport.
you get
Just
like
making one bet in some cases.
I mean, that's where the mob could get into that in esports. I think the mafia will get into whatever, or criminal element will get into whatever sport can be gambled on.
I mean, the Yakuza got heavy into pro wrestling in Japan. There was actually quite a few scandals about it too.
And that's not even real.
Yeah. They also got big into MMA. That's what got Pride shut down, if I remember correctly.
Nice.
Don't remember.
I know I shared it. Did you guys see some of the clips of the new Japanese government? I think I shared them in our political stream. I've fallen
I
down a
think I'm
rabbit
the only
hole
one in there.
about Kimi Onada, who is the new economic and immigration cabinet secretary, half American, and Ende Otaku, big fan of anime and video games, and wanting to keep it Japanese, pro-Japanese. So it's
Getting rid of all of the illegals in Japan.
that's her thing. But she's also trying to keep anime, like she's like, I want to keep let me
Keep-
because I think
Japan Japanese.
yeah, that's what she's trying to do. And here we go. This is a
Which they've traditionally been pretty xenophobic anyway.
well, they've been they're suffering.
They've been
issues,
allowing refugees and stuff in.
and specifically from what in England they call the Asian community, but in in America we would call the Middle Eastern community.
Yes.
Yep. Yeah, this is our new base woman here. She's Irish, father from Chicago, born in Chicago, which would make her technically an American citizen. So she's eligible for the presidency. But the family moved back to Japan when she was 1, and her father left them and abandoned the family when she was 2, and her mom was pregnant with her little sister. So she went full Japan.
Yeah.
She's like Spock. She's going to be the most Japanese person you'll ever meet because Japan can be, like you said, very xenophobic. So I saw an interview where she was talking about they would call her, they would make fun of her for being
Yeah, they probably called her a hafu.
yeah, exactly. So, but this is her talking about anime.
加えてですね、クールジャパンの弦が持つコンテンツ、加えてですね、クールジャパンのこの
Cool
コンテンツ
Japan
政策に対してはその 輸出規模だとかこの経済効果が言われがちなんですけれども、それだけではないと思ってお
Good.
り
We're
ま
not
して、
talking about sports
今
ball
日
anymore.
本語を
No,
学ぶ
this
方
is-
々のきっかけの
this
多
is
くが
our
アニメ
new
漫画ゲームであり、
pro
そしてそれを
Japan
きっかけに
minister
日
who
本の
believes in
文化と
manga
か
and anime as
考
a
え
weapon
方と
of
かこの日
cultural
本が世界で一番
dominance
多
for
様性がある
Japan.
国だということを
It
分かっても
is.
らえるきっかけに
Yep.
なる
Clearly,
っていうのもある
it's
と思ってます
outselling everything
なので
else.
あくまでそのお金の道具だけではなくて、
It's
こ
so
の日本
popular
に
over there
出
they
す
forgot to
文
have
化が
sex.
知日
Yeah.
派、知日派の育成にもなっていますし、
Like,
世界
when
平和
you're
にも貢献
winning,
しているだと私は思ってお
Why
りますので、
change the
そういったそ
formula
の日本の
unless somebody is
自由な
starting to rise
表
up
現
and
が持つ
challenge
コン
you?
テンツの
Nobody
力
is.
というものをこれからその海外との交流にもそうですし、そ
Yeah,
して経済
Soul,
の
she
発信
based
と
as
しても
fuck.
あらゆる面で
Yep.
皆様の好きを力に変えていく、これを実現していけたらなと思っております。
She's from Chicago, Slender. Do you know that?
Well, you know. Hopefully they got her out of there before Chicago did anything
She
bad.
left, yeah, by one. Did you, also is Imp for you the new prime minister of Japan? Heavy metal drummer.
Yeah, I heard that. That doesn't mean jack and shit, though, in the grand scheme of things. It's cool.
Not my metal.
No, it's one of the guys from one. Some of the guys the bands I listen to got into politics over in Europe. I don't care. That's not why I'm a fan of them. I also don't know what band she was in. So
Can you just acknowledge something might be fun
no,
ever?
No.
Like,
Ruiner of things.
yes, I have a mission to accomplish.
Eric,
Who
how do
sent
we-
you?
how do
Who
we-
sent you?
How do we get her back in time for 2028? Well, maybe you get her Irish American father to not abandon the family in Japan would be the main thing. But she's pretty awesome. I've kind of fallen. I was researching some of the Japanese governmental change, and fell down a rabbit hole of looking at their new policies, and I'm a fan. I'm a fan of the
So
new
did he
Prime
just
Minister.
not did he like fail to adapt to Japanese culture and that's why he bailed?
She doesn't really get into it in the
Oh,
interviews
okay.
she gives. She just says they moved back when she was 1, and by the time she was 2, her dad basically did the I'm going out for cigarettes and never came back from Japan. And then her mom is
And he
a
was
single
Irish.
Yep. And
Weird.
her mother raised her and her sister as a single mother in Japan, which again, traditional culture in Japan doesn't really it's not the easiest thing to be a single mom in Japan. So here's what we got. She played covers of bands like Deep Purple, Black Sabbath, and her musical interests also include other rock metal bands like Iron Maiden and X Japan. If that helps you, Imp, get an idea of what she was doing.
Okay, I think Eric picked up where I was going with that joke.
I mean, X Japan is supposed to be a pretty metal band, right? Is it?
They're more prog than metal, but they're decent.
What the hell is prog?
Progressive.
It's rock.
Like
I don't
Rush.
I don't
Like
like
Rush,
anything
like
that's
Yes.
progressive.
Yeah, not metal. I'll agree with him on that. Not really metal.
They're not terrible. I mean, I've only heard a couple of their tracks, but it's just a prog metal band, really, more than anything else.
This was my favorite quote where she's talking about it's anime, video games, all this stuff will help other people understand that Japan is the coolest. I'm sure there might be some translation elements that could be getting lost.
Yeah,
But
probably.
still,
No, own it. I might be inclined to agree. Japan's got pretty cool culture.
and she is
I don't know that they're the best. I still think we're the best.
she's
But
effectively.
they can be the coolest.
I messaged Brahma and I was like, this is Japan's version of Stephen Miller. Where she's like super hardcore. Like she was in the Diet, which is the Congress of Japan, calling out Chinese students going to Japanese universities and not having to pay taxes because they're students from a foreign country. But Japanese students going to China do have to pay everything. So she's like, fuck that. And, like she wants all these people out there. The only thing Progressive that Chad likes are the insurance commercials. No, Progressive is a piece of shit insurance company. I hated them.
Yeah, and their commercials suck.
If
I
you-
hate Geico, but at least Geico has funny commercials.
I mean, if you're gonna get car insurance and you're not qualified for USAA,
Correct.
Geico is the best car insurance. to
But
get.
guess what I'm qualified for?
And then on the and then
A full frontal lobotomy?
I would say
USAA.
Liberty Mutual is actually the one I would put behind Geico. On the bottom rung are Allstate and Progressive.
What about the general?
Do you know what Geico started out as?
Government employees insurance company. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
It was a spinoff of USAA. I worked for Geico. I know the history. They make
All
they make you take a class on it. before
You
do
merely
anything else.
adopted the Geico, Brahma. I was born in it, molded by it.
And I'm pretty sure that Brahma over there. I don't think you're. Geico has very few insurance agents, so I don't think you're probably
No.
selling anything for them. Everything was direct. So, but yeah, so I'm really looking
Slender,
forward.
You got to grab a glass when you do that.
Oh yeah, hold on. You merely adopted the...
A rocks glass, preferably. It's the correct size for it.
All I have is my teacup. I'm not even doing beer tonight because I took ibuprofen.
I think my liquor's about to be delivered. The wife
your
just hit the
liquor
liquor
just
store
delivered?
for me.
Buffalo Trace.
She said she found a Buffalo Trace, a Sazerac, and an Eagle Rare.
I know
believe it
nothing
or
of
not,
these.
Yeah, it's
I
all
am-
Greek to me.
I am empty except for things I haven't opened and the $150 bottles that I only do on like New Year's and when people are over. So we're getting a refill.
Getting a little bougie on your liquor choices there.
He's
No,
always
but I'm
been
buying.
bougie.
Yeah, I was
on
gonna say,
his
what do you mean
liquor
getting?
choices.
I've had all of those for years and years and years. I only drink them when people come over to try them. The other things the things that I drink is like Buffalo Trace. It's cheap and good.
Eric, I didn't take it personal. It's just I have from when I was working as an adjuster, there was a couple. It was because they had corporate policies where they would deny everything, even when they were clearly at fault. Like making a left turn on a red light into a person going straight. Allstate, Progressive, they'd be like, well, no, they can, it's contributory negligence. Your driver should have slowed down and stopped. And I'd be like, bullshit. Like, who's...
Their default stance is not at fault, and
So
you
you'd
have to
have-
argue them
yeah.
into it.
I'd have to fucking take them to what's called subrogation. It's where you have to write a whole fucking thing to go to an independent arbitrator to decide the case. And it was such a pain in the ass. I hated it.
Takes about 6 months on average.
And then, and then the whole time, the person who we insured, who was clearly not at fault, had to pay their deductible and do
deductible.
all this stuff. And I was like, you sons of bitches, just pay the claim.
Dang.
So
Were
Geico
you guys
on the
doing
other
that
hand-
around 2004?
Well, Geico wasn't. Geico's the opposite. Geico was like always pay the claim if you are at fault. Pay it fast because it's
But
quicker.
what if I had an accident, but I was determined to not be at fault, and the other guys needed to pay the claim?
Did you
Ooh, did
file
they
a
both
claim
have
through their
insurance?
insurance?
I was just told it went to arbitration because I was literally getting on board the ship to deploy.
Oh yeah. So what? Yeah. What happens is that means the other insurance company denied fault. Mm-hmm. Did it happen in Virginia?
It happened on base.
In Virginia.
NOB. Yeah, in Virginia.
All right. So Virginia is a contributory negligence state, and that means under the letter of the law, if they think you contributed even 1% to the accident, you're not allowed to collect. And other companies would hang their hat on it all the time. Geico did the other. They would train their adjusters like me, and they would tell you, don't give a fuck if it's contributory negligence. You know why? Because juries don't. And if if you end up pissing the person off because you denied their property claim and they end up suing for bodily injury, we have to write much bigger checks. So it's actually more cost effective to just handle the claim fast. And then when they say my back was hurting, you say, I'll send you like $1,000 if you sign a release. And then and that's cheaper, like, and bam, you settled the claim for nothing.
All I know is I had to pay my $500 deductible, and they're like, "You'll get it back once arbitration finishes," and I did, so I was happy.
Yep. Yeah. So
Yeah,
that's yeah.
The deductible is typically the first thing that the first monies out of subrogation go to paying back the deductible to the insured.
Oh no,
Because I thought I was at fault, but I didn't say I was at fault.
Yeah.
And then the base police came and got the whole story of what went down, and they're like, "No, dude, he's at fault.
It doesn't
You're not
matter
at
what
fault."
Yeah.
it doesn't matter what the police say.
Yeah. So,
Insurance companies do not give a crap what the police say. They don't even give a crap what you say. If you say,
Okay.
"Yeah, I was definitely at fault,"
So here's where
Doesn't
that's
matter.
not necessarily.
Oh, I didn't say
true.
that.
Yeah.
I know not to say that.
As an adjuster, I would use the police report when it helped me and disregard it when it didn't. The police report, unless the
Right.
officer saw the accident happen, is it's not meaningless, but it's basically it's something
Yeah.
that you argue or don't depend. Like if you came at me because the police report said your guy was scot-free and my person was at fault, I would say, was the officer there? They'd say no, and I'd say, well, then the police report is meaningless.
right?
If I
And
was
even if you say I was at fault, you can't commit your insurance company to anything. An
But it
admission of
doesn't-
being at fault on scene does not mean
It
that
doesn't
the insurance
help,
company
but
will
yeah.
find you at fault.
It doesn't help. It actually a couple times
It
I
doesn't
settled
help,
claims.
but also it doesn't. It's not going to be the decision factor most of the time. The actual facts of what happened and where the damage is usually is more than
My-
unless you have eyewitness statements.
And this is you'll
Today
you might
on
like-
Ascendant Insurance.
Yeah. Well, all
I
right.
was
I'll-
an adjuster for a few years too, so
Yeah.
I went through the same crap.
Yeah. So my favorite one, and where a police officer gave a meaningless report, it was in D.C. and Slender, you know, from going to D.C., there's tons of traffic circles there.
Oh yeah.
And so I had a claim where the person who we were representing at Geico was worked in DC every day. This was their normal commute. They got into an accident with some college girls who were from out of town coming there to just go to DC over spring break. The officer, they didn't know how traffic circles worked, and they just went into the lane that my person was established in the circle, driving in the loop. And the police officer came out to the scene, was a young man who was flirting with the girls the whole time.
Of course.
And so he wrote up the report that it was the other driver was at fault.
Oh boy.
And I was like that. And the other insurance company was like, well, the officer, I was like, the officer couldn't keep it in his pants. And this police report is meaningless, so fuck off. I'm taking you to subrogation. You're gonna lose. Because I was like, do you not obviously see that? Like when I took statements from both drivers, and the other driver who was like this again 19-year-old girl, I was like, where were you? And she's like, I don't know, DC. I was like, in the road. Where were you in the road? She's like, on the street. Okay, like which lane? Which lane on the road were you in? She's like, the circly one. I was like, was there more than one lane in the circly thing? And she's like, maybe. And I was like, Jesus Christ. I was telling they still denied the claim on the other side. I was like, your driver didn't even know how traffic circles worked. How are you doing this? The police officer said. The police officer, yeah, whatever. I was so livid with this one because I was like, I was like, the police officer. I was like, because that was a perfect example of why police officer and police reports are bullshit. Just because you get those.
When the police come out, it's truly supposed to be just like an information exchange.
Yeah.
And most people, like here, if you get into a minor offender bender and there's no injuries and there's no drugs or alcohol involved, you're going to be waiting 3 or 4 hours for the cops to come to the scene. You can just exchange phone numbers and insurance information and then file a report later, and that's just as legal here, I believe. Because half the time they'll tell you, yeah, just do an information exchange.
Yeah,
That
I
may not
think,
be the case in all states.
True. I will tell you that with Colorado, since the marijuana is legal, I'm pretty sure that drugs and/or illegals are probably involved in 85+% of the accidents.
Wouldn't surprise me. That's why I don't ride the motorcycle anymore, because people around here we got too much California out here on the roads.
Oof.
You never want to have California on the roads. You need a special cleaning stuff to get rid of it.
Yeah, it's called a flamethrower.
It's all right. So the big release for movies this week is actually going to be another anime that's probably going to be number one, which is Chainsaw Man.
Oh yeah, Chainsaw Man.
I hadn't got a chance to get out and see that because got Little League games and such. So, and on the other hand, I was gonna show I have just, because stuff came to digital, had a chance to see a couple of the movies that I missed in the theater, and we'll just go back and revisit them. So I was hoping Mad would be here because I know he watched some of these, because this one was specifically a request he had made. Stupid
Was it
movie.
as pointless as it looked like?
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
And then so the thing that annoyed me the most about this is it's the umpteenth dystopian future silly movie kind of thing. But it was Mark Hamill was the villain, the Colonel. And he gives this like fake southern accent that he's screaming with. He's basically just doing Mark Hamill Joker voice with a southern twang.
Here's the thing: Mark Hamill is a great voice actor. He's not a great actor.
No, I don't think he's a great voice actor.
No, he's not a great voice actor. He does the
did
same
one
voice for
voice.
everything.
A
He
voice
does the same
good.
voice. He does one voice.
Okay, I'll give you
Mark
that.
Hamill. Mark Hamill is the fucking Zoolander of voice actors, because everyone. I'm like Mogatu over here. Like, am I taking crazy pills? He's doing the same voice for everything, and people are like, Mark Hamill's so great. No, he did. He got cast as the Joker, and it was a great performance for Batman the Animated Series. But that's the only voice he ever does. in his
Even that
animated
Angel
stuff.
Studios movie last year that came out, where he did
was
one
doing
of
the
the voices.
Joker
He was
'cause he
like
was playing-
Pontius Pilate or
No, he
Herod.
played Herod.
And it was Joker voice.
He did the Joker voice for Herod.
Yeah.
And on the plus side, I think I agree with the casting, because if you want a guy who's a scumbag who'll kill a child, it's Mark Hamill.
Killed a lot of...
We've seen the stuff that came out online where he was trying to get his grandchild aborted for cash money. So this is not there's no defamation involved. This is legit, admitted to, truthful thing that happened.
He gets made fun of for it constantly on Twitter.
He
Or
should
called
have
out
a
for
lot.
it.
Yeah, I was about to say, it should be a lot worse. I mean, trying to pay someone to abort a child should be life, like your career-ending, life-changing kind of horrible action.
Not in the career of actors
No,
in movies.
Not in for actors.
Remember, it's
Like,
what lets them have their careers.
Slender, as a, if you were, would you approach being a grandparent with the idea of, hey, let me offer to give the mother of my grandchild, who's, my son got her pregnant, a couple $100,000 to abort the baby and make it go away? It's like,
No,
would
I'm
that
not a
ever-
sick fuck.
Yeah, exactly. It's terrible. And I'm Mark Hamill's one of the people who, because he's such an ass all the time, it's getting harder and harder to separate the actor from the role. Like, I don't
know.
want to
Since
see
Star
him-
Trek or Star Wars is essentially dead anyway, I don't even go back and revisit the original trilogy very often.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah, I haven't watched it in a while.
The only time I watch them is if they're riff tracked,
Riff tracks are fun.
and they've done every single Star Wars movie.
Yes, the Long Walk is based on a Stephen King story. It was when he used the pen name. What was the pen name he used?
Richard Bachman.
Yeah, because he did the Running Man. He did he was really into dystopian shit when he was using that name. I will tell you, I'm actually looking forward to the Running Man more because it's an Edgar Wright movie, and Edgar Wright to me has never made a bad movie. So hopefully that's going to be good. But this one, terrible. It's not like the kid actors are the worst. It's just, it seems
The
like
premise
it's a pointless,
looks stupid.
It's a pointless movie because
Yes.
it's trying to make these meta commentary points about tyranny and, you know, freedom of choice versus, you know, whether you're being forced into things. What can people take from you? Is your life valuable? Is it all the normal, like, the same kind of stuff you'd get from watching One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, where anybody is being forced to act against their own will.
Hunger Games.
I'll
Hunger
tell you
Games.
what, the future dystopia thing is getting real played out right now. I think we need to take a break from dystopian futures for a while.
Well, it would help if you weren't heading towards one.
We're always heading towards one.
Yeah, we've been heading towards one for, 250 years now?
Delivery's here. Be
Just
right back.
America?
Yeah, I'm sure that the people going into the coming out of the Roman Empire were like, oh, I guess this damn dystopian medieval period is gonna suck. Don't worry, the Renaissance is right around the corner.
No, I think the people in the Dark Ages were more scared of making it through the day, literally.
See, I don't know that that's accurate. A lot of stuff was, for the day-to-day stuff, people were just kind of going about their business.
Yeah, they
Joe.
didn't know any worse. They didn't know any better. It was just the way it was to them.
Yeah, but you also had to worry about shit like the Huns at that time.
The Huns, they weren't.
Mm-hmm. Yes, they were around at that time.
No, they were replaced. It was the Visigoths who sacked Rome.
No, Attila, the Hun,
was
right after the fall of the Roman Empire.
No, he was before.
No, he
Ooh,
wasn't.
history
Yes, he was.
argument.
Because Attila almost conquered Rome and then backed off.
You're gonna make me fire up a fucking video game to prove you wrong, and it's gonna be funny.
A video game?
Yeah, Attila Total War.
Oh.
Well, let's see what year it starts in.
I mean, we could keep
434,
going on with the
453.
conversation while he figures that out.
Yeah, that's gonna take a minute.
Oh, he is known for his campaigns against the Roman Empire. He didn't, but it was the Visigoths that took Rome down, so I am right. Thank you very much.
And the Huns were still around after the fall of the Roman Empire, is what I'm saying.
If you take your shot at the king and you lose, and then the Visigoths come in and take him out, no one's worried about the Hun anymore. They're talking about the Visigoths. Thank you. It's just what I'm saying. It's like
I have no strong opinions on this.
after his death, his empire quickly fractured among his sons, and the Huns ceased to be a major threat. His barbarian image is mostly a result of Roman propaganda. Okay, so there you go. I'm just gonna be sacked Rome in 410.
My Celtic bride just had to open the door to let me know she's happy Rome fell. That's just her opinion. It doesn't.
Celtic.
Nothing else matters. Just that it fell, and that's a good thing.
It's like the Irish people who 200 years from now will still be complaining about British guy. Like, Celtic people of Celtic ancestry hold grudges for.
Yeah, they do.
So do Scandinavians.
Like,
They're just a lot quieter about it.
You remember in 832 AD, those fuckers came and messed with your great grandfather's village. Fuck them, let's get them.
A buddy of mine had a shirt that was great. It's like, my ancestors probably raided and burned your ancestors' village to the ground. ... Not sorry.
Good thing I'm both. Oh no. That's a lot of grudges. So, all right, so long story short, the TLDR on the long walk is don't bother. You've already
I
seen
remember
it.
my history. My history was awesome.
Already seen it so many times. So
Very,
don't.
very tied up in the Crusades, my ancestors.
You know what? The Crusades. Not going to say we should do it again, but I'm not going to say we shouldn't. Just a modern version of it, maybe.
Listen, something very similar was happening the last time the Crusades kicked off.
Oh, copied. My wife doesn't even listen. I picture Chad's wife doing a lot of eye rolling during the discussions. She's not interested. She'll watch trashy reality shows instead. She'll tell me, well, apparently that got Brahma. The Crusades were justified even.
Brahma's just gone now, huh? He's like, oh, my booze is here. I'm out.
Or someone hit his internet wire again.
Did someone dig in your backyard, Brahma?
Nope. I walked too far away with my AirPods and couldn't get anything to connect back to hear you, so I had to reload the studio.
Oh, so it was your booze that finally arrived.
Yes.
See? I knew it.
That's what I
He
said.
just said his booze was here.
I know.
He's here. Gotta
But
go.
I said it before he came back. He was like, my booze is here. I'm out.
Look at
That's
the way the
pretty.
light reflects off of it.
I do like the bottles, man. Send me the empties.
Do they still put it in
there.
a brown bag?
Yeah, when you buy a whole bunch of them together so that they don't just clank glass on glass.
Also, so you can drink it while you're walking down the street.
The bag's not tall enough for it. Refilled.
Because if you can see the label, then it's drunk in public. But if you can't, magically it stops being alcohol, I guess.
I was trying to spot. I've got a really cool bottle you might like, Slender. Oh, yeah. It's a little bit dusty, but the Derringer.
Very nice.
It's got the crystal topper.
Is pretty.
Yep.
Ek Thomason. My ancestors were not Knights Templar. They were Knights Malta.
That's E-Clay.
Is that Okay. Yeah, EC. Gotcha. Yeah. I'm dumb. But yeah, my ancestors were likely members of the Knights of Malta. I don't know what rank, but there are Maltese crosses on my family's coat of arms, and so I went down a rabbit hole.
That's weird. I would have thought Knights of Ren.
Is
you
this
can
a
kill
joke?
him.
I don't understand. Which ones
That
are
was
Knights
a
of
Star
Ren?
Wars.
It's a Star Wars reference.
Okay.
You know, the ones that they never explain and then just get backed out
Oh
of.
yeah, that must be new Star Wars, right? I haven't
Yeah.
really watched those movies. I watched the first one. I kind of watched the second one, and I never watched the third one because they were so bad.
Yep. And they never really explained the Knights of Ren. It was stupid.
Well, now we know that. Now, a movie that wasn't stupid, Caught Stealing, actually was pretty entertaining. I'll give
That is a powerful mohawk that the
Matt Smith.
Matt Smith is rocking. Yep.
Matt Smith. Is Matt Smith the kid from Home Improvement?
He
was the
is
doctor.
Doctor Who.
Doctor Who.
The one with Amy Pond.
He looks like the kid from Home Improvement, but with a mohawk.
Yeah, I can
Zachary Tyler Johnson or whatever his name was.
The oldest brother?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Of course, I thought the same thing about Ragnar's son in the Vikings show. I was like, is he the kid from Home Improvement?
No, I'm pretty sure that kid went to jail.
Yeah, it's not. He's not.
Yeah, but the movie involves Austin Butler getting roped into criminal world by Matt Smith, who was his roommate. It's a lot of twisty stuff. It reminds me, Slender, a little bit of Payback in its kind of just entertaining, twisty crime.
I mean, I really like Payback. Payback is one of my favorite movies. You know this.
Mel Gibson.
Yeah. Never watch the director's cut. Ever. Ever. It's a different fucking movie. And it's
Is
bad.
that much different?
Okay. Brahma, do you remember The Boss?
I haven't watched it in so long.
Okay.
I remember I remember
boss
him
is
wanting a
gender
very
swapped.
specific amount of money at every time.
The boss is gender swapped in the director's cut. It is not. It's not even the same guy. It's a woman,
Okay.
and she has
That's
a
quite a
knife
bit
fight
different.
with him at the end.
I'm assuming she loses.
Yeah,
Good. It was.
but
still
it's
in
a
the right time
it's a
period then.
totally different movie. It's so bad.
I'll have to watch them back to back sometime just to check it out.
Yeah, I put it on there for the sake of completion, but the regular version, the theatrical, is one of the examples where studio notes really, really made a big difference.
Yeah, I went in and I saw both of them, and I was like, "This is my favorite movie. I'm gonna watch the director's cut." And it was, I was so disgusted and angry. I called Chad and I was like, "What the fuck was that?" And he's like,
What is this
That's the
abomination?"
director's cut. I'm like, "That's not even the same movie." He's like, "Yeah, I've got the other one up there too." I'm like, "I gotta go watch that."
Palate cleanser.
Yeah.
But yeah, so this movie is, I think, in that same vein, and I mean, I do like Payback better, but that's because I think Mel Gibson gave one hell of a performance in that, and it was a little bit of a tighter, just like revenge story. This one kind of gets into that direction eventually, but yeah, so I highly recommend it. It's available on digital now or other sources if people are inclined. If you want to go Jack Sparrow things.
Jack Sparrow.
It's a fun entertaining show. It's from Darren Aronofsky. It's actually, I would say, one of the most approachable Darren Aronofsky movies. He's known, he did Black Swan, he did what's the one with Jennifer Connelly, that
Requiem for a Dream.
Requiem for a Dream. Yeah, like this one is a lot less artsy. This is more of just a very taut, kind of crime thriller, with comedic elements going in. And Austin Butler carries it with his charisma. He's actually, I think Austin Butler's he's earned that reputation. You may have seen him in, and most of us have probably seen him from Dune, where he played Fade, Ralpha.
Yeah.
Or Slender, if you remember Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, he was Tex.
Okay.
You know, it was like, no, that wasn't your name. It was something stupid.
No, the thing that bugged me about him was how pretentious and retarded he was after playing Elvis and continuing to talk in his Elvis voice for like a year and a half afterwards.
I didn't see any of that. He was fine. He does go.
It happened.
He does go very method when he's doing stuff. Where, like when he did the Fade Ralpha thing, he listened to Skarsgård and decided to pattern his, do his whole speech pattern based on him, since he was playing the Baron.
Right.
And then obviously Elvis, he was doing Elvis's accent. This is just him doing his normal, regular voice, as far as I can tell.
And he actually started out in one of the old MTV fantasy series. I can't remember which one it was, but I think it may have
Shannara?
been. It was either Shannara or it was The Wizard's First Rule. But it was one of those where they were throwing together, a TV series that didn't exactly follow the books, but had hot chicks in it.
Well, isn't that the best way to do something?
Well, when you're doing it on like CW budget and MTV budget, yes. Kind of like the old Xena and Hercules type level of production.
Yeah, he was in the Shannara Chronicles, where he played Will Ohmsford.
Yeah, the main character.
That's the lead character.
That was such a terrible show. I was so excited. They let me down. They really let me down on that one.
It had some good-looking chicks in it, though.
Yeah, now if only it had anything else worthwhile at all.
The Sword of Truth was worse, I think.
I am a huge Terry Brooks fan. Some of my favorite stories ever written are all by Terry Brooks. I idolize him. He is one of the writers I look up to. And that fucking adaptation was such hot garbage.
I am so glad the authors that I like nobody touches.
Davina, I have seen Mr. Nobody. That's actually the right kind of movie for Jared Leto because it's low budget. It doesn't come with expectations. He's not carrying a franchise. Terrible.
Would that
idea
be
to get
Alistair Crowley, Imp?
No, Robert E. Howard and Lovecraft.
Yes, he was in a biker movie with Tom Hardy.
Well, maybe nobody in Hollywood is touching Lovecraft, but there are plenty of Lovecraftian video games.
Oh yeah, but they don't touch Howard either. Any of his characters really.
Yeah.
They've tried with Conan, and the only one that was any sort of good was the first one with Schwarzenegger.
He was
And even then, that, as Andre from Mead says, it's a good movie, the sword and sorcerer movie, but it's not Conan.
It was called The Bike Rider Soul Assassin. That was the name of the biker movie with him. And it was pretty good. He was also in Master. I think Austin Butler is going to be... He's pretty solid. He's actually... To me, he's like a young... It's very mirroring to me, which is ironic because he was in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. He's kind of got the young Brad Pitt vibe, where he's actually a pretty decent actor.
It's weird because the two upcoming actors mirror two other actors that also did the same thing. Glenn Powell mirrors a lot of Tom Cruise, and Austin Butler mirrors a lot of whoever you just said, Brad Pitt. And of course, they were in movies together too.
I mean, do you see? Am I off? I mean, I kind of do. Don't you kind of see a Brad Pitt vibe to the way he's doing stuff? I think that's me.
Davina, I think Bride watched Legend of the Seeker. If I remember, she liked it.
Yeah, that was the Sword of Truth series. They departed heavily, but
to make a low budget.
It was low budget.
Show.
Yeah, they used the basic outline of the books, or at least a couple of the books.
Okay.
But again, it was mostly to have hot 20-year-olds in a TV show.
I was going to say, it felt like Buffy the Vampire Slayer, the fantasy series.
Yeah. That type of thing. Wasn't meant to be true to the story. So
now, here's a question. Good branching off of the book kind of conversation we have. Was anybody a fan of Salvatore's Drizzt?
The first couple. And then
Drizzt, Doerden.
Drizzt.
Whatever. It's
Drizzt, like pizza.
Right.
Drizzt.
You'll be happy to know that they are bringing him back to make a new female one one about his daughter. About his daughter.
I mean, okay, it could be good. Like, here's the thing. I love the Drizzt Doerden books, especially Crystal Tower, the first trilogy.
Yes, that was very good.
And the prequel trilogy where he actually escapes the Underdark.
Yeah, it's Homeland.
After that, it slowly goes downhill. It kind of gets worse and worse from there. And then I think they're called the Transitions series, which he's not the main character. They're about other characters in the world. Ghost King, Pirate King, Orc King. All three of those were phenomenally good books. He needs to let Drizzt hang up the swords. Like, the character's used up. There's nothing left for that character. So moving on to his daughter might be the move. In my opinion.
If they weren't...
The Pirate King was actually probably my favorite book Salvatore ever wrote, but it's also about Captain Deutermont, and I liked Captain Deutermont.
So here's the synopsis, which doesn't on its own sound bad. Because, you like your legacy characters, you want them, the children coming on, growing up.
Yeah.
It is more than just the era of legendary heroes, this, that, and the other. And it sounds, okay, this is going to be her tale of coming of age and becoming a hero. Whatever. Could be bad, could be good, but nothing in there is inherently offensive. But here's how they're selling
So I guess at some point Caddy Bree came back because I thought she was dead.
No, Wolfgar died.
Well, I know Wolfgar died, but Caddy Bree dies too. I think at the end of the Ghost King.
I didn't read those, so I don't know.
Yeah, they're actually pretty good, but that's the last thing I've read. And I know there have been a couple books since then.
I gave up on his work with the Ubold stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Because, let's just make Drizzt into a Gary stew, why don't you?
Yeah.
All right, so now listen.
Well,
to
that's why the books kept sliding in quality. It's like, really, there's nothing that can challenge him at this point.
No.
He's a shonen hero. He just kept power creeping until he was.
too powerful.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I never read any of this series, but I read him as a Star Wars author because he did some of the new Jedi Order.
Yeah, he's not bad at that. He's a good writer. he's very good at describing and kind of this. It's not cinematography, but the storytography, I guess, of a fight scene.
Yeah, he's very good at describing a fight scene.
His dialogue leaves something to be desired from time to time, but his description of the fight scenes is really on point. That was Orc King.
Yep. Here, but
Orc
all right,
King
so,
was pretty good.
So listen to this excerpt. This is what they're putting out to sell the audiobook, okay? To get people to buy it.
Okay.
So this is their
Oh, also,
PR.
Orc King is the first in the Transitions trilogy, which is Orc King, Pirate King, and then the last one is Ghost King. Okay, that's it.
You may proceed.
My name is not Drizzt's daughter.
That's a
I am
man.
Bree Do'Urden. I have heard all the tales of my parents and their friends recounted breathlessly by people who tell me how blessed I am and how lucky I must be and how wonderful.
Is this I Am Not Starfire?
I have heard all the tales.
This is how they're choosing to sell it.
This is I Am Not
My name is
Starfire.
Bree. I answer to Bree. I take responsibility for Bree and for Bree alone. Well, or to Breezy. I rather like that. Pleased to meet you. Hope you learn my name. But when you meet my children, should there be any and should you meet them, learn their name, the one they forge on their own. And it will not be Breezy's daughter.
No, it'll be Drizzt's granddaughter.
Yeah, okay, not liking that.
If this is how the marketing could be completely just their own department coming up with what they want to do.
It's Wizards of the Coast at this point. That's
Yeah.
Yeah, that is the problem.
Welcome
Even in
70s.
I don't
Yeah,
think
so-
I ever want to hear anything narrated by Victor Bevine.
No,
Apparently
he's a
he's
terrible
the-
reader.
Apparently, he's the acclaimed narrator of the book series. So, allegedly,
sounds
I mean,
a
okay,
little
well,
swishy.
This will explain something to you, right? I read all those books in actual paper.
yeah.
When audiobooks were still on cassettes.
Well, I tried to go back and get the audiobooks to add to my Audible library, and I didn't pick them up because I thought the person who was reading them fucking sucked. So
I was
Explains
not
that.
what he was doing there.
I may have said it before. The best audiobook author I've ever heard is actually Will Patton, the actor.
Oh, well,
He
the best
was
audiobook
great.
reader I've ever heard is Slender Dad.
Speaking of that, Slender.
No, we're not going there yet. Save that for the end.
Okay.
I didn't know who Victor Bevine was until I just looked him up. Star Trek actor.
He was an actor on Star Trek. Like,
Pardon
was he
me.
Ensign number 7?
He played security guard.
There you go.
Red shirt. Probably.
Oh no, Ensign Ricky. What will happen to you? Didn't see that coming. 70s. Did you ever read these books? Were you into fantasy at all?
Fantasy, yes. Twilight, no. If
No,
it's
You
the
never
same
read the
Twilight-
original Dritz Do'Urden books?
No.
They were pretty good.
They were. I'll vouch for them. 70s. They're pretty good.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah.
Especially the ones in the Underdark. I thoroughly enjoyed those ones.
Okay, I'm adding that to the list.
I'll tell you what, Menzo Baranzan is fucked up.
Yeah.
I would not want to live there.
No.
Yes,
Yeah,
Veronator. It was very lispy.
That's what I said. He sounded kind of swishy.
Like he forgot to fix his wrist.
And I
Yeah.
don't think it was a voice because he was doing a girl's voice. I think it sounded just that lispy.
Now, Slender, I know you brought it up, but this was one of the responses on X to that post.
Yeah, I mean that is what. Without even seeing anything about this up to this moment, that is where my mind started to go very quickly.
Yep, it is.
What, praise the Dritz Do'Urden books?
Did that
I
thing
mean,
ever get released? Did that
I liked
book
the
ever get
original.
released?
My Name
Oh,
Not
yes, it
Starfire. Yes, and it
Yeah, it
failed
did.
absolutely horribly.
Good.
It failed. It was released. It did
That's
fail.
conclusive proof that there is a god.
What was it?
I am not
I am not
Starfighter. It was about
Starfire.
Right.
Starfire's daughter.
If you don't like my book,
Starfire's
no, don't
fat
like my
goth
politics,
daughter.
don't buy my book. And nobody did.
Yeah.
That wasn't the same person, but close
Oh,
enough.
same
Starfire,
concept, though.
the one from Teen Titans?
Yes.
Okay.
Somebody posted.
It
on
was
Reddit.
about her daughter.
And the
Who
daughter
looked like,
is actually
who looked
looks
more like the other chick from Teen Titans?
no,
Yes.
looked like the author.
Raven.
She's self-inserted completely.
Here was another
Yeah.
response for you. Breezy, holy freaking crap! Why not just call her Sweet Mary Sunshine Do'Urden?
Breezy is a bit of a weird name.
Farty. It's like farty. Windy.
Yeah, I don't know. It's all going downhill. Like
here's
there are
another
some
quality
great
response.
Forgotten Realms novels.
Here, look, my name is not Drizzt's daughter. Yet the only way we can sell this is by reminding you of him. Meet Breezy Do'Urden, a flawless Mary Sue girl boss, and Bulldozer's dear old dad's epic legacy into oblivion in the finest edge of Twilight, a new series by R.A. Salvatore.
But then also has this perfect humbleness about it where she's like, when you meet my kids, don't ask them about me. I don't need any credit. I'm so awesome. I don't even need adulation. Just when you meet my kids, talk to them about them.
And my spawn will definitely make their own names because they will be great because I was.
Yep.
Well, that's the problem with the Forgotten Realms these days. It's the fucking kudzu of fantasy writing.
Breezy Do'Urden is such
There
an
was
insanely
some
stupid
great
name.
Forgotten Realms in the day, though, man. The Brotherhood of
there
the
were.
Griffin series, I loved it. Unclean, Undead, Unholy by Richard Lee Byers, also of the Brotherhood of the Griffin series, loved that too. Although, man, that is fucking dark. The fall of the nation of Thay, and how it becomes an undead nation. That is just not good. Not good. A lot of people died. A lot of horrible things happened.
Well,
How
yeah,
do we
it's
pronounce that name? Drizzzt.
Dritzt.
Dritzt.
Dritzt. Like
Dritzt.
two Z's like the pizza.
Dritzt.
So it's
Okay.
Dritzt.
So those are good, but not that one.
No, those are all good.
Oh,
all
they're
the
all
ones
good.
I just named off are good.
Because there are 39 books.
Richard Lee Byers is probably my favorite Forgotten Realms novel writer. R.A. Salvatore is good, but not all 39 of those books are good.
Okay.
He and the more he writes, it seems like the lower his percentage of good to bad is getting.
The tank is empty.
Here you go. You want to read this one,
It's
Slender?
like Orson Scott Wells with the Enders series.
Let me make it bigger. Let's see. Breezy Do'Urden. Dritzt's ex-wife is down at Chino doing 18 months on a meth charge. Not surprised his daughter is a stripper. Up next on the stage, put your hands together for Breezy!
Don't forget the tip, gentlemen.
If you tip her enough, she might blow you.
But don't ask her about her dad. Just like every other girl here, she's got a lot of
got
issues
daddy
with her
issues.
dad. Oh man. I just couldn't.
Ooh,
believe-
Waterdeep was really good. I did like Waterdeep. Mel Odom, Threat from the Sea. That one was really good too. That one actually, it's weird because at the beginning it seems like just your standard Forgotten Realms novel, but it gets very deep into like some faith-based observations and kind of cool stuff like that, and it's a good story. I liked that one too. That was good. It's also a trilogy, I think. Anyway, you made me go down a rabbit hole of Forgotten Realms novels.
Well, here you go. I know you enjoyed the Minecraft movie, but what do you think of seeing this?
Which awards is this?
Jack Black
The Academy
has
Award.
been
The
submitted
Academy
for
Awards.
Best Actor Awards consideration for playing Steve in Minecraft.
Well, it was an enjoyable movie, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, fuck no.
All it makes me think of is in Idiocracy when the guy who gets kicked in the nuts is the guy who's winning all the awards
Like
for the
you've
show
got
Owl My Balls.
You've got Brad Pitt playing in F1 this year, and you think Jack Black needs to be nominated? Fuck off.
F1
At
was
this
good.
point, unless something crazy comes out, I don't see any way any other movie but F1 should be winning the Academy Award for Best Picture.
Oh, come on.
It
You
was-
know that
it
one
was
battle
by
after
far
another.
It was by far the best movie of the year.
One battle after another is going to win everything.
I know that one, but I mean, there's that
And Ed
movie was-
Greenwood did a fantastic job. Forgotten Realms is still my favorite world setting.
There's
Right after that, however, is Ravenloft. Ravenloft is really good too.
Yeah, they fucked that up too.
Old Ravenloft. I haven't seen new Ravenloft. I haven't played.
It's bad.
I haven't played a Ravenloft campaign in like 15 years. But I loved Ravenloft
it's
back
borderline
in the day.
Twilight bad.
Oh no. No. No.
Maybe Jack Black should be nominated for Best Actress. I mean, it is the Academy Awards in present era. Wouldn't that be more equitable?
I think it would be Actrix.
Actrix, yes. Jason
Just
Momoa.
combine the two.
So they're,
Combine
they're
the
ig-
two categories, make
Yeah,
it
so-
genderless.
so they're ignoring the Pacific Islander in favor of a straight white man. Isn't that a bit like Jason Momoa should have been nominated, shouldn't he?
well, I guess they might put him in for Best Supporting Actor.
Yeah.
Is
It'll be Anthony
Dragonlance the
Mackie
one
for
with
Captain
the?
America.
Yeah.
Is Dragonlance the one with the golems that were a playable class?
No, that's Eberron.
Eberron. Thank you.
That was-
Eberron. Eberron's kind
terrible.
of a crazy one too.
It was terrible.
Yeah. It's really broken. Like the power creep on those guys.
Well,
gets
they wanted to
fucking
have come up
ridiculous.
with a new quote unquote default world, and it didn't work, so they just went back to using Greyhawk. Because if you
Yeah.
scroll through the player's handbook of 3035, it's Greyhawk.
Well, didn't the lore of Eberron eventually evolve into it's like a hub attached
No,
to multiple other domains?
maybe, I don't know. I just saw like the artwork for it. I was like, yeah, I'm out.
I was about to highlight it too, Chad.
I just appreciate how Tina always brings something random and entertaining to the table here. Like at the gas station now, the people in front of me coming from a pumpkin patch, they are chasing a mouse around the inside of their car because it decided to hitch a ride. It's hysterical.
These things happen.
Especially out. That's probably not far from where Slender was raised up. If it's in rural Illinois, right?
I mean, if she's in rural Illinois, I mean,
Well, I don't
I'm
think that
3 hours
Chicago,
outside
the
of
city-
Chicago, so
Well, I'm
Is that far enough away? Or do you want to be
Chicago should.
further?
I mean, I don't think Chicago proper would have. Pumpkin
no,
Field mice.
you can't get away from Chicago if you are still within Illinois state limits.
Yes, that's the unfortunate part.
Like 25% of Chicago could vote, and the other 75% could be high, and they would still outvote the rest of the state on everything. It's terrible.
We'll talk about redistricting Sunday.
Sunday.
On the bullpen,
Yep.
10:15 p.m. Eastern time.
Or 10.
Is it 10? Oh, that's right. Mad starts at 10:15, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Okay,
Because
so
I
10
made
p.m.
him.
Here you go. This is this newscaster apparently just thinks it's hilarious to read the full comments that she gets, and it's kind of funny.
In the news voice.
Honest opinion, touch up the bangs, lose 15 to 20 pounds. Go get them. Now that fills a frame. And as you guys can see from this graphic here, pig emoji. Built for breeding. Tonight at 5.
Tonight at 5.
She is kind of a little thick. She like at
She
first
lost
she
a
didn't look
little
too
off the
bad, but
arms,
the
she'd look
arms,
fine.
yeah, the arms. If you got arm fat, you need to lose some weight
Or wear long sleeve shirts.
or lose some weight.
Just don't lose it from the boobs.
The healthier choice is to just lose some weight.
I think it's just
Speaking of which, down to 203.
it is fun. I mean, this is how it should be, right? If you are, this is the old way of doing it. If you're fat, you should be jovial and happy and jokey. You should
Yeah.
be pleasant to be around in all ways, because no one wants to be around Fatty McFatty otherwise. The worst thing that happened to America, well, not the worst, one of the bad things that happened to America was convincing fat people that they were somehow oppressed for being fat. And that gave them the feeling that they didn't have to be.
The healthy at any size movement.
Yeah, because remember, like when we were growing up, if you were a fat kid, you had to be. Nobody wanted to be around you. You had to be funny.
Unless you were
nice.
Chris Farley.
Yeah, so that's where one of the things where we veered wrong.
There's a reason that some of our best comedians were fat guys. Chris Farley, guy who played.
Okay, I need
John
to go
Candy.
refill
John
my
John
beverage.
Candy. John
I'll be right
Candy
back.
was the other one I was thinking of. Yeah.
Yeah.
Even Belushi. Both of them.
See, strictly speaking, we are being oppressed by fat people because sometimes are forced to sit next to them when you don't want to.
Especially on planes.
Yep.
All right, now this is this is all right, a funny thing. And let's just new Louvre security chief Dominique Buffin, the museum's first female security head, hired last September by the museum's first female director. And what just happened at the Louvre?
Yep. They should
A
walked in.
rather expensive theft.
Walked
In
up a
plain
ladder.
sight in the middle of the day while they were open.
They strolled in and strolled out.
Oh, we've got to address this one. Overcorrection for the anorexia glorification.
Yeah.
Yes, there was. But the thing was, I don't recall any guys who liked the anorexic look either.
Nope.
Most guys did not like any of what was being called supermodels during those time periods. There were the models, the supermodels like Cindy Crawford and them back when we were real young,
Yeah.
and they had normal bodies.
You had to go back to
But
that
the
era to get
anorexia
decent
look-
ones.
I mean, like Kate Moss, and what was the singer that overdosed herself?
Amy Winehouse?
Amy Winehouse. The sickly thin
No, so
didn't
that
do
was-
it for any guy
no,
either.
So that was different slightly. So there, all right. So there was anorexia, where it was just being skinny. Then there was something called heroin chic,
Heroin
where,
chic,
Right.
where
yes.
it was going beyond. It was a combination of being the sickly skinny and also looking like you were drugged out of your fucking mind.
But yes, copied. I agree with you. It was an overcorrection, but it was. I think it was more women who were glorifying that style of body than guys. Guys like curves.
But wasn't a lot
They
of
just
the
don't like
modeling
fat.
modeling profession and all those magazines are run by gay men?
Yes,
Yeah.
That's the problem that women have, is they take all their advice from guys who never want to sleep with them,
Yeah. Yes.
as far as fashion goes.
And because the fashion designers are all gaming, and it's easier to put clothing on someone that's a stick insect than that has curves. It hangs better on them, just straight lines. So they like that. Curves
Well-
are harder to design for.
Well, here you go. Let's see what the current fatty generation has to say.
I have a question. Can you tell me what category of fat I fit in?
So it's based on your shirt size. So if you are a 1 or 2X, you are small fat. 3 to 4X, you are mid fat. 5 to 6X, you are super fat. Is based on what level of privilege you have in the world. So someone in a small fat category may not struggle getting on an airplane, but someone
We've reached the point where
We've
they
gone
have
away
to,
from
where they
fat,
have to.
obese, and morbidly obese to small,
So you can get
medium,
small-
and big fat.
Small
No,
fat
but
privilege is a thing.
They're
then.
they're creating a fucking privilege hierarchy on fatness.
Yes.
Because
Because you can never
in a
out
mid fat or
victimize.
super fat may not be able to use even the airplane extender. So that's where that comes in, and like the privilege.
do you know how fucking fat you have to be to not be able to use the extender?
Because you always have to have more victimhood. You can never have enough victimhood.
Yes, these are all descriptive words for how fat you have to be to not be able to use the extender.
Wobble bottom.
Yes.
Soul Assassin, there are 5 levels of fat known as big, healthy, husky, fluffy, and damn.
And big is just big boned.
Yeah.
Levels of like what fat means to different people.
I have a question. Can you tell me what category of fat I fit in?
Morbidly
Fucking
obese.
fat. Yeah. Oh.
And I don't necessarily agree with the height and weight charts that we use now. But, I mean, because somebody who's obviously not morbidly or obese, it does put you into obese really quick if you've got any body fat. But I think we all recognize the difference between fat and obese and morbidly obese when we see it.
Mm-hmm.
Because most dad bods are considered obese now.
Mm-hmm. Slap the fat and ride the ripples.
Look at that blubber fly.
Woohoo. That was from The Simpsons. Good one.
Yep.
Yeah, but victimhood will never be at an end. They'll always have to create new hierarchies of victimhood, so they can.
Souls asked and somebody
poke
else
each other.
asked, do you guys want to talk about the Matt Walsh thing, or did any of you watch it?
I saw some
What
of
did
it.
Matt Walsh do now?
He basically made the assertion that culture ended in about 2008.
I don't need his clickbait where he's trying to get off the Candace shit, because
No, this was actually a good point.
that
It's the same
culture-
point we've been making.
No, I don't. Culture didn't end in 2008.
It peaked. Sorry, not
But then he
ended.
talked
Peaked.
about the fragmentation of it, since it's fragmented into a million pieces. There is
You
no
should go
shared
watch it.
culture.
Since you didn't watch it, we shouldn't address it on the show. But
Yeah,
you
I
should
saw
watch
his
it.
post about it, and it wasn't nuanced, and it wasn't very good. He basically said there was nothing good after that, and then maybe he's backtracking and trying to untox his point.
No, you should go watch it. It was good. He made great points in it.
I doubt that. Matt Walsh doesn't. Anyway.
Well, then all of our points are bad too.
No. Matt Walsh has a. If he's gonna still say shit like anime is not good and video games aren't good,
That's a
he's-
completely separate thing from this.
But it's not for Matt Walsh. If you're trying to say, like, when he's talking about like culture peaking in 2008, you're taking out all these other things that were going on that he just takes out and doesn't count as even being valid.
Wait. Let's go back to the fat thing. I had to make tea. Tea takes longer. But guess what? I get to be a victim. I wear extra large.
So you're
Tall.
small fat.
I'm small fat. I finally
small
got
fat.
victim status. Yay!
You're small, tall, fat.
Sounds like a bad coffee order.
And I only wear XL because
Chinese
everything
order.
else is a like. If I wear a large, it becomes a belly shirt.
Yep.
I don't think I'm fat, but if I can get some victim points out of it.
Because Copy It Ask, I will watch it, and then we can
You should.
revisit it. I generally don't like Matt Walsh.
I think you're prejudging, and
well, Matt Walsh
I
just gives me
understand
a lot
why.
of reasons to do that.
I was
going
gonna say I don't personally have anything against Matt Walsh. I've liked some of the things he's done. However, I disagree with him wholeheartedly on everything culture.
Well, I think you'll agree with him on this one for the most part.
You get to make requests copied. You're one of you, Eric, some of the other people here. I will take requests from you guys. You guys always support the team. So there you go.
Well, watch it before Sunday because we might talk about it then.
Well, here you go. Here's something you can.
It's only like a 10-minute long video.
Here's something you can talk about on your next Christian panel because I saw this and it made me laugh. Right?
Protestant Jesus.
Here you go.
Oh no.
Unless you eat the flesh of the Son of Man, you have no life within you.
Yeah, but that's just symbolic, right? Nobody would actually believe.
Of course, bro. I'm just joking.
Son, they're all out.
Obviously, this is like from the Catholic point of view, right?
Right.
So then we get to Mary.
Son, they're all out of wine. What can you do?
Whoa, Mom. If they have a complaint, they have to come straight to me. Don't you know that I can't listen to you?
I suppose I do.
It's all right. We'll take care of it.
Because yeah, it's a big thing in the Protestant, like
Mary
you're praying
worship.
to Mary, you're worshiping Mary, totally missing what it is that Slender knows. It's there. You're not worshiping Mary.
Revere, not worship.
Yeah, you are asking the beloved mother to pass along.
Like I said, they're the MVPs of the game. Of course, we look up to them.
It is easier for a camel to go through the eye of a needle than for a rich man to enter into heaven.
I thought for a second you were talking about my mega church pastor. Good thing that doesn't apply to him.
Sure.
Most Protestants don't like the mega church
No,
pastors.
This is
Joel
where,
Osteen is one of the biggest frauds on the planet.
I'm not big on the mega churches.
I hate the megachurch. I think prosperity gospel is one of the most evil things. I think it's not to get into too much religion. I believe that it is basically a demonic perversion of Christ's teaching to do prosperity gospel.
I mean, the prosperity doesn't seem to be going out to the masses. It seems to be coming in to the person preaching.
But
even
also,
the message
not
that-
all mega churches are prosperity churches. Some
No.
just literally, legitimately do grow that big because the person who's leading the church is charismatic enough to preach it that way.
No, I think peak culture
grow
was
it.
back in the 90s, Eric.
So
There's that big one. There's the big one near Dallas. It's called Six Flags Over Jesus. It's so big.
I don't
It is
begrudge a
huge.
church like growing big to have
Growth
really
size.
nice facilities to because we have one here in Northern Virginia. I think it's called Cornerstone, and I think it's a big.
Yeah, we've got a number of them in Colorado
Yeah.
Springs because
Now-
we've got Focus on the Family and many other religious organizations based out
Now,
of here. So,
so-
the churches tend to get huge.
Yeah,
so
so-
we
and-
also have separate campuses for most of
Yeah.
them instead of one huge church.
So Cornerstone and Slender Nose maybe remembers this from having lived in Loudon. They were very active in fighting the radical school board. They actually started, as a mega church, quote unquote. They started a school to give a viable alternative, and they were keeping the tuition very low so that their congregation could send their kids to not be indoctrinated. They were actually paying for lawsuits against the Loudoun County school system, where there was a teacher who was a member of Cornerstone who wouldn't address a trans student by
Pronouns.
their fake pronouns, and they went to court, fought for him. That teacher actually won, and so
I remember
don't-
that.
Yeah, I don't necessarily have a problem with the idea and concept of because in theory, a mega church is just a church that's popular enough to attract a lot of people.
Right. It's the prosperity gospel that's the problem.
Yeah, but if you are a believing Christian and you have a pastor who starts preaching prosperity gospel, and you know exactly what prosperity.
Everything good is going to come your
Yeah.
way if you just believe what I tell you.
Yeah, like here's the secret: make a wish into the world, and it'll come back. That is not Christian teachings.
Sounds more like selling your soul
Yeah.
for
that
earthly
is
riches.
that is like getting that. Yeah, That is get out of.
Does that really?
Go.
You really only putting a $20 wish into the offering plate? I think that was a $50 wish.
Yeah. So if you're ever in a church setting and whoever the pastor is, maybe it's a new one or they start doing that, immediately get out. Prosperity gospel is. I'm not telling you which denomination of Christian you should be, with the caveat that the one that isn't Christian is prosperity gospel. It's bullshit.
And it's also completely different than asking for tithe and for asking or sharing with the congregation, here's what the bills that the church has, here's what we need to meet as. I mean, most churches should be having a budget and saying, these are the projects we're working on. You know, we need to replace the air conditioner, that kind of stuff. That's not the same as what we're talking about. We're talking about them literally telling you, if you just put it out there into the ether and, you know, you say that you're a Christian, then it's going to come back to you 100-fold. You're going to be rich beyond your wildest imagination. That kind of crap.
If your pastor sounds like Pedro from, Napoleon Dynamite, if you donate to me, your wildest dreams will come true.
All your wildest dreams will come true.
Yeah, there you go.
And I will say, depart from me. For I was hungry and thirsty, and you did not feed me. Whatever you do to the least of my people, you do to me.
Oh, yeah. Good thing faith alone saves us, or else I'd have to worry about that.
For you are Peter, and on this rock I will build my church, and the powers of hell will not prevail against it.
Oh, so like Springfield, Missouri, First Baptist Church? But that won't exist for another 2,000 years. Truly I tell you, no one knows the day or the hour when the Son of Man will come again. Not the angels in heaven nor the Son, but only the Father.
Wait, if nobody knows, that means it has to be a surprise. And what's the most surprising day? April 21st, 2026. That's it.
Oh, that actually makes perfect sense.
Right? The numbers line up.
That's they're like the ones who are like, I've deciphered the Bible code. I know which one.
You know how many times that's happened in our lives alone?
Yeah. So I just thought it was funny because it is, as people in the chat probably know, Brahma co-hosts a show. Is it every couple Wednesdays now?
Every other Wednesday is what we try to hit, but Carrie travels so much that it's just like, or if we don't really have a topic that strikes us, we kind of just push it down the way. But it's supposed to be every first and third Wednesday of the months, but rarely is.
Pastor Pedro offers his protection. I don't know why that makes me laugh so much, but it does. Yeah, but so on the Christian panel that he does, there is Odin from does movie reviews,
OMB reviews and
OMB
Friday Night
reviews.
Lights,
and he is very Catholic, and obviously that differs from a perspective very much from what you're going to get from your other members who you got Natalie. Is it Natalie?
Michelle.
Michelle.
Michelle from Force of Light, who is a PhD in theology.
Yep. And I know that there was did you guys was it the most recent one about female pastors as an argument? Did you do that show?
I don't think we ended up doing that one. I can't
Because
remember
I
what
think
the last
that
one
one
was
would
on.
that one would be fire because there's a lot of I would say there's a lot of what we would call
My first ever interaction with Michelle was on Twitter on one of Carrie's posts where Carrie had asked, are women really not allowed to be pastors? And I brought up a whole bunch of points and Michelle did not agree at all.
I'm just going to say that there's a lot of anecdotal evidence that if your church allows women into the pastoral hierarchy, bad things start happening in that church. Anecdotally. Would you disagree with that observation?
I don't disagree with that. I think women are not called to be pastors, but they can have teaching and leadership positions in churches, just not part of the pastoral.
Well, I mean, that
offices.
is effectively the Catholic system, right? There's nuns operate and do a lot of really good things,
right?
But they're not priests.
And women lead Bible studies all the time, and women lead worship services sometimes too. But yeah, I think it's just kind of the actual pastor position. Guest speaker is one thing, but the actual pastor position, or some of them have executive pastors and on down. I don't think women are called to fill those positions.
Yep. So I was actually thinking
Biblically.
Yeah. Biblically. That would be a good one for. I was looking forward to when that one would be.
I'd have to study up to go up against Michelle.
So, but I don't think you. It's fairly clear.
To make it an interesting show, I would have to actually have things to back up what I'm saying, not just anecdotal or, just, well, most people believe that the Bible says this. I'd actually have to go do all the research, so we'll see when it happens.
None of these Christian denominations compare to the Scottish Presbyterians, who pretty much preach that you're going to go to hell regardless.
Oh no, we've got the Southern Baptists.
Soda Baptists. Yeah.
There's a great Scottish comedian did a sketch once where he's preaching. They call them the Wee Frees. They're churches in the West Highlands, and they're really strict. These are the people that don't, Sunday they won't do anything or whatever. So he's preaching from the thing. He's going, "You're all going to hell. You're all evil sinners." And he goes on for about 10 minutes, and at the end he goes, "And don't forget the annual jumble sale will be in the church on Sunday and the potluck."
Yep. Southern Baptist.
I told that
All
fucking
right.
crowd 1,000 times I don't roll on Shabbos.
After calling them all whatever sinners, he said, "Don't forget
The dog's
annual
got
sale."
papers.
Yeah, Eric, it has been a little. It's the slowest that we're next week. I think is when movies start picking up again. When we hit
This is us just
November.
talking in the
Yeah.
back without a show going on.
Yeah.
We're like, hey,
we
what's the
just
shit
bounce
we
from
saw?
topic to topic. To
You're
whatever
getting
the hell we
insight
feel like
into
talking.
what it's like when we don't have.
I got a video.
It's kind of like what Sunday's bullpen was. We kind of did a more, just us having a chat than it was really organized. So I kind of prefer it this way.
Having gone to Southern Baptist Church, gluttony is a permissible sin. Well, it's one of the 7 deadly. The 7 deadly aren't inherently sinful. They're sinful when taken to extreme.
Can you just have like minor gluttony then?
I think to be a glutton, you have already taken it to an extreme.
A little bit
Yeah.
of gluttony.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
You're a small fat man. You're gluttonous.
Like you can be.
How dare you?
You can be a
I'm not
minor
gluttonous.
fornicator. You can
Small
just be
fat.
a little
I'm-
bit of fornicating.
I'm
but not
losing
much.
weight. I'm almost at 200. I'm almost finally crossing the line again.
Cool.
203 when I weighed myself today.
I have a video to share with you. I don't know how good it is because I only just saw it. So I haven't had a chance to watch it.
All right, it's good.
There's
I
no
see a
music
little
in it.
Donald Trump action figure.
Indeed.
President's White House remodeling playset, ready to rebuild the nation's most famous home your way.
Watch the liberals get triggered!
Use the mini crane and wrecking ball to clear the protest crowd.
We're building a ballroom!
Snap on the new roof and keep the party going. Comes with 4 protester figures and all the tools you need.
Make the White House great again!
Batteries.
Remodeling.
Remodeling.
Yeah, this was AI generated.
Oh, it's so it's so.
Place with 2 S's. Place it.
I told you I didn't know if it was any good or not. I just noticed it.
Copy's asking if any of us saw Frankenstein. I haven't. I'm
Nah.
No.
not a fan of Guillermo del Toro.
It's on Netflix, right?
Is it? I thought it was in theaters.
It's in theaters, isn't it?
I think
Sadly, we didn't cover the one thing that I watched recently that I will sing the praises of once again.
What's that?
Lord of Mysteries. The first season finished up, I think last week. I finally watched the last episode. So 13 episode first season. Absolutely amazing. They wrapped up the clown arc. Yes, it's a China thing. It came
Is this
out
the
of
Chinese one? Yeah, I'd
Yeah.
like to see that. I'd like to watch that.
It's the best anime I've seen in years. Years.
Yeah, I'd heard about it. I don't know if it
It's
was-
already been approved for a season 2, which is going to have like 30-something episodes in 2027. They're planning on doing multiple seasons all the way up to, I think, 6 seasons or 7 seasons, and then finishing the whole series with a movie in 2035. And I'm
That'll
going to
be
be
good.
watching all of it because
Yeah,
it's
that'll be
really good. And like super high quality. Animation is on point. Artwork is gorgeous. Really well done implementation of computer generated, like CG. But it doesn't jump out at you like, oh, that's CG. Like some of the cheaper anime when they kind of do it, on a budget. It's really good.
No, that's on Crunchyroll.
It is on Crunchyroll. Yep, you
I'll
can get it
have
on
to-
Crunchy.
I heard about it. It looks pretty good, but the movie, I'd like to see the movie too.
If you've watched a lot of anime and you're familiar with the older anime, the closest thing I can compare it to is Witch Hunter Robin. And I loved Witch Hunter Robin, but Witch Hunter Robin just died for some reason. Like,
Right.
they never finished it. And I thought it was amazing.
They make some really good Chinese fantasy movies. The last few years, I've seen quite a few on Netflix and so on. There's some of them
Yeah,
are
they're
pretty
stepping
good.
up their game.
Yeah, some of them are really good.
Yes, Soul 2035. They've already got a 10-year plan for this show.
They'll actually produce it too, which is that's the downside of an anime. You'll watch an anime that you really like, and it'll be popular, and then they just never make a second season.
Yeah.
Whereas I think the ones that are made out of China, they keep them on production, man.
All depends on how long the story is.
It's a government job.
Yeah, because if you're not on production,
then you're going into the military.
Your social credit score will steadily go down, and eventually, you're not on life anymore.
Yeah, the Chinese are very comfortable creating homeless people. If your social credit score's screwed, you're sleeping in the street.
Soul, this is not Journey to the West. This is very different. Yeah, it is. It's kind of an isekai, but kind of not. And it's got a very Victorian, steampunky kind of aesthetic going on. But there's magic. Lots of magic. And it gets very into the kind of the Buddhist, Taoist belief that if you can continue to progress along the path of enlightenment, you can eventually become a god. So, crazy shit.
Indeed.
But the main character, he becomes a Beyonder, which are they're the people who basically become superhuman and go on that path to become a god. You start at the 9th sequence. For him, the 9th sequence was Seer. So he uses the Amulet of Annihilation and the cane and everything to do divinations. It's pretty cool. Then when he goes sequence 8, he becomes a clown. And that gives him, like, superhuman dexterity, speed. He can throw cards to the point that he can kill people with them. There's lots of different types of Beyonders. It's crazy. It's hard to explain, but really good. Both me and Bride watched it together, and we both loved it. Anime of the year for us.
Cool. I might try and get a copy of that. Nice.
Yeah, I mean it's a good show.
Have you watched any of it yet?
No, I've been keeping up with the ones I have to watch for the anime show I do on Mondays with Biggles.
Disappointed. Biggles is keeping you from the best anime in years.
He likes his villainous shows, so I gotta watch those.
I think that particular trope is getting a little played out at this point.
It's getting right up there. It is the girl version of the OP isekai.
Yep.
Like except if it's the villainous, it's going into an Otami type game or story where they usually have a reverse harem available.
Yes, like Gambit, Tina, except he doesn't charge the cards with energy. He infuses them with spells. And as far as I can tell, his boss is a vampire.
His boss is a vampire?
Well, they serve the Crimson Lady. The sect that he joins serves the Crimson Lady. She's one of the goddesses, and they're most powerful at night when the crimson moon is in the sky. And his main power, like his boss's main power, is Nightmare, where he'll basically trap you inside a nightmare. And it feels very real while you're trapped inside the nightmare.
That's not good.
Yeah. But he's a nice guy. He's like one of my favorite characters. Like the captain is a badass.
All right. Do you think we're far enough along to do your?
Yeah. So
let's give people a little lead up. We're gonna be talking a little bit about some new content coming to the channel.
Yeah. I have a side project that I've been doing in free time. Part of the reason I'm not working on Fridays, since I have all that PTO, I've been using it to work on my stories again. And I have one that I'm a little over 50,000 words into. I've been making a lot of edits and adjustments and putting polish on the first couple of chapters. And I've been starting to read through it, and I think it's ready to do an actual read through. So I'm going to start doing a chapter of The Keeper's Cairn, a story I've been working on, set in the fantasy. It's high fantasy, dark fantasy, somewhere kind of in the middle there, in my own little world setting. But I'm going to put the first one up on Monday or Tuesday, whichever would work better for people. So if you'd prefer to hear it on Monday night, I'll put them up on Monday nights. If you'd prefer to hear it on Tuesday night, I'll put them up on Tuesday nights. And I'm going to put there'll be some mild visuals, little slideshow type thing as well. Maybe put some sound effects under, some Creative Commons sound to set tones and everything. But I'm going to narrate it. So it'll be me reading.
So
I would suggest Monday if that works for the audience, just because Tuesday we're all on a show together.
Well,
unless you're releasing it before or after.
So yeah, so this is gonna be fun new content coming to the channel.
It's gonna be on this channel.
Yeah,
it's gonna be on this channel
because that way we get some videos to go along with our live streams.
Yeah, we'll have 2 uploads a week instead of 1, and
I'm just being dense for clarification, so you actually say it to the audience.
Yeah. This is not on the arcade. This is more of an Ascendant Art kind of thing. I still have the thing I wrote earlier today. Do we want to do a reading? I could do a reading.
Do you feel like you're up for your dramatic reading?
Yeah, I can do my dramatic reading. Okay, this is
Don't blow your shoulder out any more than it already is.
I'll try not to.
Eric, you won't have to watch these ones live, so they'll be.
These are going to be recorded and edited. Yeah, these are going to be recorded and edited. But this is the beginning of the prologue. It is a small poem that is going to kick off the entire story. Let me get my voice going. Okay.
Red leather,
yellow leather. Actually, let me put this up on the bigger
Will
screen.
Patton.
We all go into mad.
I've got it on the littler screen. I can't even read it. Here we go. Okay. The deathly darkness of these dangerous depths does not defend you, child of light, though it will drown and drain your dynamism as it drags you down. Despair, the end draws nigh. He'll not lift you. The only warmth 'neath the waves is the salt, scorching your strangled lungs, stealing your sorry strength, secreting you away, and sequestering you from the surface as you struggle to send your sordid supplications. Scream, cry out, and let the water rush in. He'll not hear you. No wishes worm from wintry lips, and the waters weigh down words of worship, wending them to the wastes below. Wail, embrace the end, and let the cold wrap around you. He'll not warm you. Light's lariat scatters as it leads this low, and your predicament lengthens, longer still becomes the throw. Lament, close your eyes and fight no more. He'll not reach you. His bright blaze may be blinding above, but below he is the blind beggar, and I the benevolent baron. Believe, you are lost to him, and he to you. He'll not see you. Open your eyes. He'll not save you. You belong to me now. The Mad God's Possession.
There you go. That's going to be the kind of
very nice
audiobook style.
Very good.
That's why Slender is kind of built for that. He can be dark and menacing.
And then his usual gay.
You could be gay and dark and menacing, you know. Don't be biased.
Very good.
And if I
It's
do any
nice
of the
when
content,
very good.
it'll be public domain books with just NPR style speaking.
Yeah.
And just don't forget, he read all that whilst naked, so you can picture him while he's
Chad's
reading.
like, the man in black fled across the desert, and the gunslinger followed.
And the gunslinger followed.
No, I need, for me,
The
it would be like
end.
The Rise and Fall of the Roman Empire, book one.
It was the best of times. It was the worst of times.
It's like
You
Pliny the
take your
Younger.
pick which one it is now.
You know, I like that system. We should bring it back, calling, like, when it's a junior and senior, just calling them elder and younger. I think that would be good.
I fall out of that paradigm.
You don't have a... Oh, yeah. Well...
Oh, wait till you get past that part.
And, well, you don't have to worry about it anymore. You broke the cycle now with just 2 girls.
Yep.
The family name dies with you.
Yep. Unless
That's
one of them is a harlot.
Your name would still be done.
The male side of it would. But if she... there are ways that women pass down their own last name to kids without getting married.
Yeah, that's true.
That's not the preferred way in my case, no. But there's other branches.
Yes. Oh, so there you go. You can be pleased that you won't be the end result of the entire.
I'm not killing off the whole line.
The whole
just,
line.
Just my branch, the sane one. Think about that. We're
Oh,
the sane
no.
ones.
You're the
rest
sane
are in
ones.
Kentucky.
What's wrong with Kentucky?
They're crazy.
I don't think Kentucky's legalized marijuana yet.
No. But they've all had bookies since the age of 8.
I mean, that's.
I'm not saying all of Kentucky. I'm saying my branch of Kentucky.
I mean, why weren't they out there working at a newspaper, Brahma, at 8 years old?
At 8 years old, I know. They should have been writing articles.
Well, that's an easy answer, Chad. They're not Irish.
Oh, that's true.
True.
No, so we're pretty excited about additional content coming in, and so that'll be coming up. So that's why hopefully the thumbnail makes sense to you.
Yeah, I don't
All right.
know how long they'll be, but probably between 10 and 20 minutes.
This is a sports reference, but Slender's audiobook voice sounds like John Facenda mixed with McLovin from the Dan Patrick Show. So I don't know if you ever watched them, but John Facenda was the famous voice of NFL films from like the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s. Like, I think it wasn't until the O's that he finally passed away. But he was the... Did you ever see any of those old clips, Slender, when you were younger?
Where it had like trumpet
If I
music
did,
playing
I
in the
don't
background.
remember.
The Broncos, as they're lining up for what could be their final possession of the year.
This is not making me feel better.
That kind of thing.
No, he was famous for
Almost
having,
like
the
movie,
best-
almost like movie trailer voice guy.
Oh, okay,
Famous.
okay.
That for sports, it was the same thing.
In a world far away.
In a world.
I don't think you would maybe get. We'll see if the NFL is, I guess, as it'll be a good experiment. So this is a clip.
Welcome to every Saturday night, every other Saturday night.
Do you remember the music from NFL films?
The autumn wind is a pirate, blustering in from sea. With a rollicking song, he sweeps along, swaggering boisterously. His face is
Boisterously.
weather-beaten.
Yep.
Okay, I'll take
Wears
it.
a hooded sash.
Like his voice is
silver
why
hat
people
above
loved
his head.
NFL films. Like
And
his
a
narration.
bristling black mustache. He growls as he storms the country, a villain big and bold. And the trees all shake and quiver and quake as he robs them of their gold.
I mean, I think we all preferred
The autumn wind is a
Cosell.
raider.
Oh, fuck off with Cosell. I know you're
Look at
joking.
that lit.
Yeah. Yeah, we're not saying that quote on the show. I'm not getting canceled like Cosell did 50 years later. Here, let's tell you how bad what Cosell said was. In the 1970s, he got fired for saying something. That was when All in the Family was airing. That's when everything else was going on, and he was even in the 1970s. They're like, you can't say that.
Look at that little girl.
It's almost as bad as Jimmy the Greek in the 80s when he famously Jimmy the Greek was the betting expert, and I don't know why they had him on in the 80s on the CBS pregame show
For the
football for
thousands in
NFL.
Vegas.
Yeah.
Not
And-
for all the guys who had bookies.
And Slender, I know that you weren't into sports, but he would give like, you know, the updates for like the money lines and things like that. And he was talking about why, I don't know why they let him do this. Why certain players were better than others, specifically African.
Was this about the quick
players.
twitch and the
Yes.
okay.
Yes. He's like,
Yes.
I remember this.
And he actually said, you see, when they were in the old days, they would get the big black buck. And I was like, and you're like, no, you don't say, no. They're like, cut him off, cut him off, cut him off.
And we're canceled.
Mm-hmm.
Was he wrong though?
you shut your mouth, 70s. You can.
I'm asking
you can
just a question. I've never heard of the guy.
I'm hovering over end stream now.
Yeah. The 70s, you do that on Bourbon and Borden. You can talk about why hockey players are.
We did talk about why one of the major announcers got fired. It was what, last year or 2 years ago?
Yeah.
Or wearing the, what is it up in Canada, the poppy for Memorial
was,
Day or Veterans Day?
Yeah, Don
I mean,
Cherry.
whatever you guys do. Yeah.
So he basically said something along the lines of perhaps some of the newcomers to our country don't respect the sacrifice of the troops on the wear of the boat. Why don't these people wear the poppy? And I'm paraphrasing, but and that was seen
I
as
remember
a,
the poppy
an attack on
argument.
immigrants. So
Yep.
yes, those people, you know, kind of thing.
Wear the damned poppy.
Wear the damn poppy.
But
Don
the
Cherry is
best of
a
all was
national-
Don Imus.
Don Cherry's a goddamn national treasure for Canada.
He is. He was
Like,
treated badly.
how they like are
very
bailing
badly.
on him. is
Ran him out after all that.
I don't know about that one, Bram. I've heard Leonard Nimoy say some things that are kind of questionable. Believe it or
He's
not.
dead now.
But he didn't get canceled.
No,
Imus did.
I'm almost surprised he didn't, though.
And then there was the other sports-related one, Rush Limbaugh, getting
And-
canceled for saying that the NFL really wants a black quarterback to win a Super Bowl.
A Mad Cavelli production. The stream's now behind, but there's no need to be glum. We'll return with more jests, with humor to come. So click that damn subscribe and let the good vibes thrive. For the next grand stream, we'll surely jive.
Ascend and I, we've charted the street with synapses sparking, hilarity
so now you must go. But keep the party in your heart, yo. Keep the giggles, keep the banter, keep the screams to light. Until our next stream, keep the fun in sight. In this virtual voyage where streams do end, remember with Ascend and Art, we'll always fucking ascend. Oops, we forgot about Imp, he's bound to reappear. With chaos in his wake, all we can do is persevere. Are you happy now, Imp?